Izaga. What? Wow.
So, why the name Waicheres Junction?
Why are you repeating my question?
Because you said this in the wrong way.
You said why Junction?
Why Junction?
You know what I did.
The reason why we came up with the name the Waicheres Junction, us guys are the Waicheres, our surname is Waicheres, so yeah, we are the Waicheres, and everybody, most of the people who know us, they refer us to the Waicheres. Yes, each and every one of us is a representation of the Waicheres. So if you see this one doing something wrong or the other one doing something wrong, because I'm never doing anything wrong,
this one doing
you can always just say the Waicheres did it.
Yeah, we take the blame for each other.
Sometimes
we try, depending on the heaviness of the scene.
Exactly.
Who sings the movie?
Those are things like if you guys
who sings the most?
Like what do you guys think?
Yeah. That would the angels. The angels. I think they're more on my side. I can see them somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so like Junction, why we came up with the name, it's because of a place called the Junction. It's in Kabuku. That's where the barabaras of the roads met. So there's a highway, Route 114. Yeah, maybe things changed.
Oh, yeah.
The way barabaras are being built in Kenya.
You never know. Those things are going fast, man.
Exactly. So there was a highway, Route 114. And then there was another
from
a short distance, short barabara coming from Tigoni to Kabuku and going to Ngesha. So the place where they met was the Junction here. So the Junction for me is a place where I got to understand so much about being not a grown-up, but understanding that now I'm growing up and things are changing and having a better understanding of what life is. So yeah, so I really resonate so much with Junction and that time. So yeah. And for you?
And for me, Junction has always been, when I hear that word, I'm automatically happy. Like that place was it was like that happy place for me, and everybody who knows me knows I love happiness. I love being happy with other people, you know. So, and then the fact that they had this Mayaigonga, the boiled eggs where they like put kachumbari. You and your love for eggs. Me and my love for eggs. That was every time. It didn't matter like where I was coming from, if it was school or work or church or whatever, because we had to work for Dad for like a year. So if I was coming from anywhere, my first stop would be the Junction.
And actually the funny part is you would pass home and go to the junction and then go back home.
Yeah.
So for me, when you just give me that kamayai, the eggs, I was happy. And then I would meet my friends, and then we would just talk like, how was your day, blah 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 blah, make plans, you know. It was always happy for me.
And I think for me it was the fact that, you know, you'd go meet up with these people who would not judge you, who accepted us, and they showed us like the real life. Because I think we were brought up in a very in like a safe box.
Yeah.
I mean, you were at a very safe place, but that was not necessarily the definition of the world outside there.
Yeah.
So I think that is where I got to know like real situations and being into the real world, which actually helped me a lot, because that was my last place before I came to Germany. So it helped me a lot to like kinda get myself out of this safe box and be a bit ready for the next move.
And those guys were nice.
Yeah, they were good people. With Junction, I kinda understood, like, you know, now there's a difference between like you know, where you're coming from and where other people are, and what is right for other people is actually not necessarily right to you according to what you think. And they brought out that whole naivety, like us guys had, you know, we viewed life in a very enclosed. It was like we never thought out of the box. We actually just knew life as what we were shown. And the reason why we actually called our YouTube channel is having the Junction. It's because it was a meeting point where us guys would have fun, we would talk about things about life. If you had a bad day, you would just go to the Junction, and then somebody would say something so silly or something out of the world,
just laugh about
and you laugh about it. Up to date, there are stories we had from the Junction people, and you know, you think about them and you're like,
don't forget those stories.
Exactly. And then these people just made you feel so welcome,
and it's not the end of the world.
Exactly.
Even if you're going through something, this is not the end of the world, you know. And that was very
the fact that we had those kind of friends, like people who were not judging us, and at the same time these were people who were experienced from a different type of life, or I don't know how to say it, socially, you know. And that is why we love the Junction, because they make you feel like, you know what, no matter what you're going through, or imagine it's nothing, it's not the end of the world, and
there's somebody somewhere who is probably even going through worse.
Or your situation could actually have been worse.
Because I think us guys have also hit rock bottom.
We have,
and so many rock bottoms, and even up to date, you know, as you grow up, you know, you think, oh, this is how life is supposed to be, or I should be at this certain point of life, but you hit rock bottom, but you know, you just get up, dust yourself, and life goes on, you know. And such meaningful messages we actually got from the Junction, and that's why we want to, like, you know, make this our Junction, a place,
and just
share
meeting you guys,
have some tea, have some talk, have some exchange, and let's talk about all of us, you know.
And no matter what you're going through, we are just here to tell you, like, it's not the end of the world. Like,
we can share and have fun.
How do they say? Joy comes in the morning, so hang in there.
Exactly. We want this place not to just be a place of advice, life experience. We also want it to be a fun place where you just come and you have fun, and there'll be a lot of dancing, singing. Whoa, us guys can sing.
Us guys.
How great! Wow!
And that's how we actually grew up. So
and this is how we actually imagine. It's just this.
Like we can't promise like it's gonna be but it's gonna be lit.
It's going to be lit.
You're going to be us on this journey, and we'll see what we'll come up with, and you just get to, or even our normal lives when we are outside the house.
And if you want to see anything, just let us know. Like ask us, like, hey, you guys, can we see something? Like,
is there anything you're curious about? For example, being in Germany that you would want to know? Let us know.
Or something, maybe a building you've had and it's in our
area.
Who knows?
It's the bond. Like, why do we have such a strong bond, the Waicheres? Like, why are we always following each other? Like, you know, our family of ducks, the way they'll be following each other.
It is our parents' fault. Like, since we were born, they tried to like show us, you guys are a team from the beginning, and there is no way anybody would have gone somewhere leaving the other one behind. Like, we always move as a trio. Like, there is no
true,
you know. And I think for us guys, it is a blessing.
It is.
Because you will never lack friends, because you always have two. You know, and then
the other one is mad at you, you still have one.
Still, you know, and then you can never go through something by yourself on your own. Like, there are people who are going through that with you every step of the way. And for me, I think it makes things easier.
Exactly. So this whole sisterhood has been, you know,
it had its foundation.
It had a very
roots.
Deep.
That's the word.
Exactly.
It's rooted, and I don't even know how to say it.
I think as you continue with us, you will definitely see and understand like where we're coming from and why things are like that. And we are thankful for that opportunity to have sisters, you know, and have siblings with whom you actually understand each other very well, or you build each other in all points of life. These guys have been there for me, and that's what I actually.
And I think even the point about the team, it doesn't matter whether we are losing or we are winning. We have learned, we have been taught how to lose.
We win or we lose together.
But you've been taught to lose or win together. So I think it's the firm foundation that's behind
and
it.
also the fact that our age difference is not so
very
big.
true.
Like, then
It's easier.
that makes it easier. So the kind of things that I go through are maybe
mostly
we are going through, and you know, like, so they will understand. And it's always the three of us, or we have like 2 extra friends who are also sisters. And we will invite them here, and then you guys can get to meet them.
Yeah.
So I think that's
so
it.
that's basically us. But what did we leave behind?
Maybe you can tell us. Maybe there's something you guys would also want to know.
Please let us know.
But I think this will be very interesting because you'll be able to watch the journey that is coming along, and you also to get to know how the journey has been and the challenges and everything. So make sure you subscribe and you comment and
you share.
Yeah, tell a friend
to tell a friend.
Oh, and also go on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and try and have
let's
a check.
connect. Let's connect on all social media platforms. I'm sure people will call me the notification bell girl, but I always say hit the notification bell.
She's our CEO.
But she's the youngest, by the way. But
she's the oldest. Did you say
don't
oldest
use that
or
word,
eldest?
please?
Yes, oldest, and I am the middle person. Yes, the personal person. Either way, we are happy to be sharing this journey with you guys. Like, we are happy. Like, welcome to our junction.
And thanks for your support. Like, we were supposed to already have uploaded a video, but then there was some hiccup. Anyway,
technical. We are beginners.
So bear with us.
Bear with us.
We're still learning. We already had a video that was to come up, but
that we will share some other time.
We will react
as a throwback.
Exactly, as a throwback.
But this is the beginning.
But they always say, like, I mean, when you're starting something, you have to start with one step. If you don't start with one step, you never start. You know.
So just start today and
if you fall, just wake up, brush it, brush it off, and then walk.
That should also be like, you know, an encouragement to you guys to let you know, like, no, we are also trying something new, and we are going to be learning as we continue. So don't feel discouraged when you're thinking of that thing you want to do all this while and you're like, oh, I'm gonna start tomorrow. No, the answer is start now.
Now
it begins with you. Just start now.
It's so true.
And along the way, let's have some fun. How great is our God? Now we see how great is our God? What? Wow!
And on the left.
This is
how great is our God. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great.
Aaron, ginonite tutibotida. Neema yake.
Haya. Neema yake iwe kwako na hadi vizazi elfu, familia na watoto wako na wao na wao na wao na wao.
Maybe we just remove our lips.
how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And now we see how great is our God.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell us.
Please don't forget to hit the notification bell so every time we post anything you also get notified. So that's it for today, guys.
Until next time, bye.